male prisoners adults, if they're female prisoners adults, if they're adolescents, and which gender, you're going to speak to, I would speak very differently to them. When I go to the nursing home, I have another captive audience. And that's hard to keep them awake. Because they're already asleep when I got there. Empezamos así. I said, ¡Amadísimos! ¿Cómo están? So the challenge for me, for the nursing home, is to pray. Ustedes que tienen el tiempo, yo no tengo tiempo, a veces ando suelto. Y ustedes tienen todo el santo día, qué gracia de Dios, pueden rezar. Si quieren les doy mi número ahí, tarjetita, I give them my little card, so they can pray for me. Acuérdense de San Gustavo cuando estén rezando. Right? I got a little picture with the Blessed Mother right there. Well, I hadn't thought of it, but that's a good idea. So your congregation is going to be very different. And the vocabulary you use, personal examples. So witnessing is great, but it can backfire on you. I'm just saying, be careful with that. You'll know when it's a hit and when it's not. And then how does your witnessing relate to the gospel? If your experience about your vacation has nothing to do with the gospel, leave it out for the mercy of God. Leave it out. Even if you went to see the Pope. But if you don't relate it to the gospel, leave it out. ¿Verdad? Nobody cares. It doesn't move them to come closer to Christ. You know why? Because I'm not going to get to see the Pope. So I don't care if you went. I can look at him on television. So be careful with those. But I've seen it happen over and over. Cada vez que el padre regresaba cuando era niño en Falfurrias y regresaba de vacaciones, era lo mismo de sus vacaciones. Oh gosh, those were bad memories. Yes, sir.
Me acordé con lo que dijo, to move them closer to God. Al final de la homilía, el propósito es que se les ha acercado a Dios y no a nosotros.
To move them closer to God, right. Not for your popularity. So watch this word. Watch this word. Okay? Remember? So that goes with the personal witnesses, but you don't see that word in my homilies. Very, very seldom. Very seldom. I'm using it no, I'm not. No, I changed it to another way. El yo-yo. Okay? This is very dangerous in your homily because it blips them. The first moment you say I. When I was little, I think about that all the time. If you really want to know the truth, they don't care. Yes, sir.
But sometimes we have to show a good example. Like for example, there's a situation. Oh, this is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And then
no,
they can no.
It won't work. No. No, because then you're the teacher. And a homily is not to be a teacher there. And not your instruction like we have here. A homily is for you to be the vehicle by which the word on the page is going to jump out and grab them some way. Move them to be better. That's a homily. Ustedes nada más son el vehículo que Dios va a usar, el pobre vehículo que Dios va a usar para comunicar su mensaje. So the moment you start with the I, you better be careful. It'll backfire, le sale por la culpa. Yes.
Recuérdeme qué dijo de hacer preguntas. Creo que eran nomás 2 preguntas.
That's correct. If you're going to make a question, always make it 2. And you say it in another way. But a question breaks up, and a question is very powerful. It helps people to think. So you're just not making declarative statements, but you're helping them to think. Pero cuando hay una pregunta, se tiene que seguir con otra. De una manera, la misma cosa, pero de otro saborcito, pero 2 veces. 2 preguntas seguiditas. Porque están cambiando de tacto. Están cambiando. Most of us make declarative or exclamatory statements. When it's an interrogatory statement, it changes the whole point of view. You're taking people to another level with that camera. ¿Me explico? So, today we're going to talk... bueno, ahorita, pero no quiero que se me olvide. So, this is the reality that we're doing right here. Y es un arte. Lo que ustedes están aprendiendo es un arte. Y si no son artistas, you're in the wrong vocation. Frankly. You're in the wrong vocation. You have to have an imagination. Did you ever see Anne of Green Gables? Oh, that's a wonderful movie. It's a beautiful story about a little girl, orphan girl. Todo se trata de la imaginación. Se meten muchos problemas. Cantinflas. Cantinflas, fantástico artista. Por eso se metió en tanto lío. ¿Vieron la película que salió de su vida? Está buena. Muy buena. Muy buena. Así se dice aquí. Buena. Es con G. And so he was a fantastic artist. No? And he got in trouble with a lot of the directors because he didn't want to follow the script. And he was making it as he went. And we even got the word, the verb, cantinflar. Me estás cantinflando. Right? Cantinfliando. Yeah, that's it. It came out a new word in the dictionary. Yes, sir.
Es lo que iba a decir, ¿no? Que ya está en el diccionario.
Right? Ya salió. Cantinfliando.
Señor,
God bless him.
la
Good man.
diferencia, me preguntó una persona protestante, ¿cuál es la diferencia de predicar y dictar una homilía?
Oh. Remember we said that too? Did you remember? Do you remember what we said? There's a difference between what?
Preaching and
No, nothing to do with the they're both under preaching. But one is called,
Sermon?
estos son los que te daba tu abuelita. And homily. Homilía. Ok, hay diferencia. Esto lo escuchaban mucho de la abuela. Si sales de noche y sin permiso, te va a ir mal, puerco fregado. Tonto. Ya no vuelvas. And if you did it, you got really bad sermon when you got home. I'm used to it. Me hicieron caer a mí. You can get this from your wife, your mother-in-law. These come in all sorts of packages. And so we hear them in church too. And so you usually have a moral, no? Because that's where most of us are comfortable, with a moral ending or a moral teaching. I'm going to tell you a secret. The Bible is not a book of morality. The Bible is not a book of morality. And if you go looking at it that way, or using it that way, you are using it incorrectly. And I'm sure it's because of ignorance, but now you're not ignorant anymore. Because I've told you the truth. So don't go using, we have moral books by the church, but not the Bible. It's based on the Bible. Pero muchos lo usan como arma, ¿no? Para probar mi punto. Y ahí está muy claro que todos los maricones se van a ir al infierno. Ahí lo dice San Pablo. Oye, pero no, así no se maneja eso. Empezando contigo y estás viendo la primer banca. No, don't do that. So usually that's what a sermon is about. And we used to call it hell and damnation. What was the other, something stone? Brimstone, hell and damnation. And people really got onto it. Okay, you can hear it a lot from some of the feel-good religion prophets. And they're on YouTube, and they're on the radio, and they have successful programs because they make people feel good. And at the end of it, you know, I'm correct, I'm living a good life, and all of those folks out there, and I can put names, they're going to go to hell.
Eso es predicar.
Eso es predicar.
¿Y la homilía?
Eso es muy mal. Eso es muy mal. So this is harder. This is harder to do. What sits at the bottom of a hill, howls at the moon, and has cement? What sits at the bottom of the hill, howls at the moon, and has cement? A coyote. I only threw the cement in there to make it harder. So just to make it harder. This is harder to do. Because one, remember you stay out of it. In a sense, that's a challenge. You stay out of it. And you're helping the people see the Word of God like, como un huevo. ¿Se acuerdan de la imagen del huevo? Y cuando se abre el huevo, pues hay ahí comida, alimento para el pueblo. Y ustedes como que quiebran el cascarón, rompen el cascarón, y la gente se beneficia de lo que tiene el huevo. Right?
También nos ponía el ejemplo de la piñata, monseñor.
La piñata, oh, that's a good one. Yes, I had forgotten that. Que al darle el garrotazo, sale el beneficio para todos. ¿Ok? Y ustedes son el que les dan el garrotazo. Con la piñata. En forma de que... Ajá. Now they're making piñatas out of Donald Trump. Imagine that. Yes, sir.
How about telling the truth of the situation in the world today, and then that could hurt some of the people there.
That's right. The truth, a veces la verdad no peca, pero incomoda. So it makes people feel uncomfortable.
So that's a don't.
But that's not your fault. That's not your fault. As a matter of fact, that's your job. That is your job. To tell the truth all the time. The truth will make you free. It might not make you popular. And the pastor might ask you never to preach again. Okay? Then you have to go to the bishop. Huh? Monsignor Gus told us. Right? To come to you. He told us to tell the truth.
Yeah, examples, Father, are like doing abortion or divorce. Those topics like that.
They're called
some people-
controversial topics.
Controversial topics.
Controversial topics. And so you're going to have to use them. You're going to have to, how do you say, discuss them at some point. It's best to get it out. You cannot avoid controversy. El Señor Jesús, muchas veces a nuestro maestro se lo querían echárselo con temas de ese tipo, ¿no? Cuando le trajeron a la mujer que la habían pescado en adulterio, that was to trap him, right? That was to trap him. And he turned it around. Who is free of sin? Which is something that we cannot forget as preachers. Always remember that story when you're up there and when you're preparing. Who is free of sin? Only the Blessed Mama. And again, she's not even a Republican or a Democrat. So nobody is free of sin. And getting up, like we used to call this the soapbox, no? That's what they used to put. So getting up on the pulpit to preach is an awesome responsibility, and you can never forget that you are one of the people called for this particular vocation. But it's not like you dropped out of space, or that you are somehow special. It makes you the servant. Ordination makes you the servant. The least. Como Juan Dieguito. Así se tienen que imaginar. ¿Ok? Y tampoco, bueno, van a estar hablando así, que no quieren ofender, porque entonces tampoco no les van a poner atención. It's an awesome responsibility, but a homily is very different. And then there's this, because sometimes you'll be called to give this. Salió. either topic sermon or topic homily or topic talk. Okay? You might be called to give that because on a special, you know, I've been called to the Catholic Daughters and stuff to give a talk on sin. All right? Which you're going to have to do one of these two. Okay? So it's very defined. There, I do my research, and there's a start and there's a finish. Use scripture if you want. That's different from a homily. That's more of a teaching, related to teaching. Y ustedes como diáconos en la iglesia, pues tienen que saber cómo hacerlo. Y es algo parecido, pero a veces hay más tiempo. Tienen una hora, ¿ok? Una hora. Now, what is a real telltale sign that you did not prepare? And I see it in homilies all over the place, or in what is supposed to be a homily. Telltale sign that you did not prepare. ¿Qué piensan ustedes? So you engage, you want to engage as if it were a class.